consideration and of solid waste pickup and disposal proposals. We had two, correct, Ms. Rookie? And you remember we talked about this when I brought this up the first time about why I thought this was the time to do it. We're able to put our people, nobody will lose their job, nobody will get their pay cut. We'll be able to put one at the recreation department, and we'll be able to leave the other two at the street department, whoever they may be. Because we've been one man short in the street department anyway, and now Mr. Kirby retired, and that's the reason we haven't filled the position at the rec park or at the garbage and at the street, because I wanted to try this and see if we could get it to work out. We took the two bids. The lowest bid was Waste Connections. What I'd like to recommend to the council, first of all, let me say this. Harriman is at $12.75. Kingston's at $11. Spring City's at $12.60. And Lenore City's at $10.50. We've been at $8 since somewhere around 2010, I think is correct. What I'd like to recommend is that we go to $10.50, that we enter into an agreement with Waste Connections, that all residential customers, water customers, that live inside the city of Rockwood, when they sign up for water, that they're automatically on the garbage. That's the way the other communities have done it, and it's worked well for them. Any businesses that want to opt out, we've got two options that other towns are doing. Both of them are letting them opt out, but some of them are making them show something that they have proof of a dumpster, some are not. So I think that's an option that I have no problem with, whatever the council wants to do on it. But I think we need to set the rate at $10.50, and that all, I'm sorry? No, $10.50 is what I'm recommending. Residential, all water, when you sign up for water, residential, and you live inside the city, you automatically be signed up for garbage. And what we got to remember is that we're talking about in the next couple of years, we're going to have to buy trucks. We have no option. It's going to have to happen. You're talking about spending between $200,000 and $300,000 on a truck. We're going to save probably almost $6,000 a year in workman's comp.
It's $70,000 right off the top.
Yeah. So we're going to have a total savings of around $76,000 per year. And I just think that we need to look at this. I think it's a good thing for us. Nobody here wants to raise the garbage rate. I get that. I don't want mine raised. But we got to think about the safety of these workers. That's a tough job. There's no telling what we've paid out in workman comp claims over the years just on the garbage truck. And we've got to think about the future. Are we going to be able to purchase a new garbage truck? And if we do that, we all know sitting here that we're going to have to look at a property tax increase, and none of us want to do that either. Because we spent all the money on new equipment that we can spend last year. So I think this would be the opportune time to do it. We have somewhere we make sure that all of our employees, y'all know I wouldn't recommend this if it was going to affect our employees, but we got one going to the recreation department and two will stay in the streets. It will help the productivity of the street department. It'll help the recreation department. Plus, we'll be able to see some savings to the city. And again, our workers, I think it'll be a lot safer and a lot cleaner for them. So that's my recommendation to the...
And the taxpayers won't be the only ones paying. It's going to be the renters will be paying. Right now, they can come in here and opt in and out. If everybody's paying, the renters will be helping foot the bill.
So it's going to be mandatory for everyone to pay?
Yes, that's on water that lives inside the city. And the reason, Councilman Bryant, we did that, we talked to the other cities and that's how they went about it. It's easier to keep up with. And like I said, the businesses can opt out if they want to, and you all can put it in there if they have to show us that they want a dumpster. But we have found, since we started this, looking into it, I think it was 40 people that we're getting free garbage pickup, not paying, because there's just no way to keep up with it. And if we don't do it this way, then it's gonna end up that the people that own property are gonna pay they're gonna foot the whole bill. This way we get the renters and all of them.
And the businesses can opt out.
Sure. Anything else, Councilman Brown? Okay, but that's my recommendation. What's the will of the council?
So moved, Mayor.
Motion by Councilman Holloway. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Fuller. Councilman Holloway.
Well, some of the things you covered there, Mayor, of course, a lot of us are employees. Those guys have a hard job out there that's doing that job now. People throw everything in the world, human waste and everything in those garbage trucks. And that gets our guys away from that factor. And just like you said, there are about 40 people or 40 residents not paying. You know, a lot of people wanted that, try to get it free, and this will take care of everybody, and we treat it the same. And I know nobody wants an increase on garbage bill, water bill, electric bill, food, or anything. We don't like increasing. But if we run this as a business, which you've got to run it as, then sometimes you got to make the hard decision. So I agree with that $10.50. And nothing changes, and there still be put out on curb and cans, just be somebody else picking it up. And I think that's for Rockwood, for us down the road, that's the best thing to do. That's all I have, Mayor.
Councilman Fuller.
Well, like you say, nobody's going to lose a job. Nobody's going to lose any pay. We're going to save annually about $76,000, which can be used for a lot of different stuff. Plus, we're going to have to buy the garbage truck, and which, like the mayor said, it could increase our taxes. And the businesses opting out is a good idea, because that way they can get a dumpster and create as much mess with all the cans and stuff like that. And $2.50 increase since in the last 10 years, I think is pretty reasonable. I hate to do it, but I believe everything else sort of balances out. So.
Anyone else? Councilman Jolly.
Will there be any service offered for people where the road doesn't touch their house really? Like myself, I'm gonna pay for this and not use it, but I'm okay with it if it means not having a property rate increase. I mean, if it saves our taxpayers a lot of money. I just didn't know if there's gonna be a list where a truck can come pick it up, or
Those guys are here.
or is it just put on the curb and?
You're talking about like for handicap?
No, like, if I take my garbage to the road, I mean, if I load it back in my truck and take it down there, I mean, I might as well take it to the dump.
So you got a lot
That's what, yes,
Okay. Right.
and I'm sure there's gonna be others that are gonna have the same issue.
So you're just talking about, you bring it to the road yourself. I guess I'm kind of confused.
No, I do not use the trash pickup in the city, because I might handle it 3 times getting it there. I mean, I just take it to the dump myself.
Yeah, I mean, generally, we'll have a certain percentage of people, like for handicap, or if somebody just can't get it to the street, we'll put that in our contracts, or we can work something out. And we're not gonna not pick up somebody's trash because they can't get it to the street.
And we've got a few like that now that we discussed, that
Right.
older folks that can't, and they go up to the door and get it now. Our guys do, so they said they would do the same.
That's all I have.
Anyone else? Councilman Brown.
Is this going to be one day a week or 2 days a week, or what?
They feel like they can pick it up the whole city in 2 days.
In 2 days?
Yeah, that's what we're planning.
Yeah, right now, we're using 4.
We're gonna do special on Friday.
We're still gonna have spring pickup and those type of things, like spring cleanup and all that. We're still gonna have that.
Okay. Because I've had a lot of calls on it and about this specific. So I was just wondering. if it was- Okay. Thank you.
Councilman Jolly?
Have we decided what 2 days it's gonna be, or?
Right now, we're looking at probably Monday and Tuesday.
Councilman Brown, I'm sorry, were you done?
Well, I was just gonna ask, will this be, put in the paper, made public to everyone that?
According to the proposal request, we'll submit a map and outline it so the council can see it prior to the start date.
Okay, I'd like to see that, okay, thank you.
Anyone else? All right.
Councilman Anderson,
Yes.
Councilman Bryant,
Yes.
Councilman Ford,
Yes.
Councilman Holloway,
Yes.
Councilman Jolly,
Yes.
Councilman True,
Yes.
Mayor Miller.
Yes, and the ayes have it.